Hello, YouTube. It's your boy, the Crazy Trader, and I'm here again with your favorite stock review. Like I always say, scared money don't make no money, and you always gotta risk it to get the biscuit. A RVR, Robinhood Ventures Fund. I have spoken about this fund over and over again. I have old videos. You can go back and go look at my videos. So I'm not going to really go into too much details today on this. I'm just going to show you something that is really exciting that I found. Every time that I'm looking at stocks and the reviews that I make on them, I'm looking for new and more information that goes on out there, right? So today I found one of the information that I want to present to you. So one thing that I also realized was Robinhood Ventures Fund One. So this is first Fund One, right? So I believe there's going to be RVI two, RVI three, RVI four, and the first fund is the introduction to the private equity market. Remember this. So the second fund will depend on how successful the first fund is going to be, right? So because if the first fund fails, then there's no need for doing a second fund. So I want to believe that they will do everything right, in a fund to make this fund, a success. So they are actually on the right path. Some of the companies that they are invested in are amazing. There's only one stock that I want them to invest in that I think would bring my heart at peace, because they've invested in OpenAI. I wish they also invest in Anthropic, because Anthropic is going crazy. I know the government doesn't like them, but I personally do like Anthropic, and I think they're going to do great. They are very innovative, and they are coming out with so much stuff that is actually beating the market. They are beating almost all of their peers as of now. That's my personal opinion, right? So I really want them to invest in Anthropic if there's some more money remaining. But let's go into this real quick. For full transparency, like I always do, like I have how many shares? 170 shares. My average cost is 25.29. 4% of my 4.7%, I'll say 5% of my portfolio. My return already is 1200. That's 28%. So that's pretty good. I'm looking at putting $10,000 in this, okay? But I'm going to do it slowly. I'm not going to do it, very fast. I'm doing it slowly. So every day I buy $2. That's $100 a week. That's $400 a month, right? So it's going to be $4,000 in 10 months. But that's not what I'm looking at right now. So I just want to invest $10,000 in this fund, and hopefully I do it before one company goes IPO, right? So they have 10 companies that they are investing in. I want to go over them really fast. It is going to be Databricks, Revolut, McCall, Airwallex, Boom, Supersonic, Aura, and Ramp, and those are the first seven that they invested in. And then the next three that they invested in is 11 Labs, OpenAI, which is a big one, Stripe, which is also a very big one. So those companies are what I really want to think would open the market for the people who are doubting. I think they invested 75 million in OpenAI. I did a video about that. You could go back and look at it. 11 Labs, they invested some money in there, and then Stripe, they invested some money in there. So any of this that goes berserk, this 10 companies, all we need is two or three to go berserk, and that's it. The rest can go to failure, and this fund is going to do well. That's how most private equity works. You can invest in 10 companies, and only one will give you 50 times the investment that you put in, right? And the rest can go broke, and you don't even care. But Stripe is a big company. Stripe is a huge company. I think Stripe is going to do well. They process so much money, trillions of dollars in a year. I think they processed like $5 trillion last year. I might be mistaken. Stripe was one of them processed about $5 trillion. OpenAI, we all know OpenAI. I'm not here to, 11 Labs, great, AI company. So they are all doing great. I'm not here to talk about this. This is the information that I found, and I'm here to talk about. And I've always done this with the stocks that I love, stocks that I love. But this normally is not. Normally they are not with funds. They are normally like companies, like Apple, like stocks that I really love. Nothing about funds. Okay, so now I went to the institutional holders, and I was hesitant. I was like, I'm just curious. Are there any institutions buying RVI? Because if you're a huge institution, you really don't want to gamble your money into a private equity fund that when you don't know what is going to happen. Oh boy, I was wrong. 5% of institutional ownership, 5% already. And I'll show you every one of them. And these are 8 positions that have been held, right? And 722,000 shares. And I'll show you all of them. Teachers Retirement System of Texas, 600,000 shares. And Vestnet Assessment Management, 75,000 shares. Sanctuary Advisors, 40,000 shares. UBS Group, 5,000 shares. Bogart Wealth, 1,000 shares. And then there's a few, 50, 100 shares. So look at this. This is the only institutional holders. And this is what I like about this fund, right? Because I tell people, when you go to the institutional holders page and you find three, four, 500 institutional holders, then you know you are late to the stock. You're already late. The institutions have already gained a ground in it. They have 50%, shares in it already. So you are already late because they are not selling anytime soon. But they just have 5.73% in this fund. It will get to a point, this will turn into 50 plus 1%, where institutions are going to be the base market in this, because they see where it's going, because they also want to reduce their risk. Because an institution can go and invest in open AI, but they open themselves to a lot of risk. Invest in Aura, but they open themselves to a lot of risk. But now they can invest in RVR, and then they close the risk by investing in 10 private companies without all those risks that they are supposed to be in. So institutions are becoming smart, right? And they are investing in here. And so far, only 5% of the Robinhood Ventures Fund shares is held by institutions. I'll run it up to 6%. Okay. Do what you want with it. There's going to be a point. This is going to be 50%. I said this about Palantir. I said this about Robinhood. I'm saying it about RVI. Whatever information you want to do, whatever you want to do with this information is up to you. Are you early? Are you late? Is up to you. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just here for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. I am putting $10,000 in RVI. That's what I want to do. I don't know about you. So far, I put in about just 4,200 or something like that, and I'm up, to 5,000. I want to put 5,000 in it. So if I'm able to put 5,000 in it, I'll be very excited. I don't know about you. Do what you got to do. But I gave you the information. Go research the rest and hit it up. I love this fund so much, and I want one of the companies to go public, but not until I put my $10,000 in it. Okay. Anyways, I want to say be blessed and peace.